All right, so last year I made about 400,000 US dollars from Google AdSense on this one Faceless YouTube channel, mainly using Claude AI. And in this step-by-step tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. Wait, I actually just forgot a most important part. One second. All right, I know there's going to be skeptics out there, rightfully so. I just want to show you that these are US dollars. We're going to go to the settings, currency. You can see it is US dollar. I know there are bad players out there that switch the currency to like new Taiwan dollars, so it shows 10 times more, but these are 400,000 in US dollars. And the reason I think that this video is going to be different from anything you've seen before is because most people, when they share their results, it's most likely just one channel that they got lucky with and now they're teaching it on YouTube. But I've actually been doing this exact same thing since 2011. It's only that now we have Claude AI and other AI tools that are making this much faster, easier, and cheaper. And I'm going to show you how I'm doing it. And the other thing I just want to say is that this is not the dream. This is actually really hard and it can take a lot of time. And you might actually go crazy doing it. And I honestly think that Faceless might even be harder than a personal brand channel. You know how with like a personal brand channel, you can see a PewDiePie just make a vlog with his kid and get millions of views, and you see people just getting millions of views because of their personality, regardless of their packaging. Well, with Faceless, you have to be a freaking scientist. You have to dissect psychology of humans to understand how to create curiosity gaps between titles and thumbnails and optimize your scripts and hooks and everything, because that's the only way that you are actually going to beat competition and get views. And then you have to do it not just once, you have to do it over and over again for every single video, because these people with a personal brand, they can just grow their subscriber base, and the more people know them, the less they have effort to put in their new videos, because more people know them, they will just click. But with a Faceless channel, you're starting all over again with every single upload, regardless of how many subscribers you have. Secondly, with a Faceless channel, you can't really sell any high-ticket digital products or offers, which, by the way, there are channels, personal brand channels, that have like 2,000 subscribers making 200 grand a month because they sell an offer that is like 10K, 20K, but you're never gonna do that with a Faceless channel. It's almost impossible. I've never seen anyone do that. Every video is just judged purely on packaging and the value that it provides. And so we are in the business of niches, and I'm going to show you exactly what that means and how we're going to use Claude to do this, or how I've used Claude, and then you can feel free to do whatever you want with that information. But Faceless YouTube is technically like real estate, or choosing the niche is like choosing your property location. By the way, I had no idea that a one-bedroom apartment in New York City is almost $1 million. That's freaking crazy. But in Baltimore, it's $150,000 because of a different niche, because of a different location. And that's the same thing with my Faceless, or with any YouTube channel. If you have a video that gets 100,000 views in a particular niche that is like entertainment, you're making cat compilations, you might only make a few $100 like I did here, $343. Well, on the other side, if you talk about some big brain stuff and you attract smarter people that have actually money to spend it, or not just sitting on their toilet scrolling cat reels, you might actually make 2 grand for the same amount of views. So choosing your niche is really important. That's why I really think that you should not choose the niche based on what you like. I know people get into this and they're like, Dave, I really like to play golf with my friends, so I might start a golfing channel, but if that doesn't make money, do not start it. If you're in this to make money, of course. So I'm going to show you a better alternative. There is this strategy that I've named niche quilting in February of 2025. People are borrowing it and renaming it, but essentially just means market plus format. And a lot of people are doing that. Like, there are people taking a bird's faces channel and just literally extracting their title skeletons, stealing like an artist, and applying it to insects, and then applying it to fish. And you can do this with pretty much any channel and any niche. You literally just take out their most popular videos, you take out the title skeleton, you just replace 1 or 2 words for your niche, and you're ready to go. Like, you're literally just taking something that is proven to work, so you never have to invent an idea. That's why one of the dumbest things that people do, especially when they're just starting out, they go to ChatGPT or they go to vidIQ and they just ask AI to give them ideas based on nothing. AI hallucinates. AI doesn't have access, or at least most of these AI tools like ChatGPT and Claude, they don't actually have access to YouTube. So they don't know what gets views. So when you ask Claude, without the things that I'm going to show you, for ideas, you're just going to get generic slop that is most likely not going to work. Now, number 3, this is really, really important before we get into the technical stuff, the step-by-step stuff, like copy-pasting prompts. I know you that's what you're here for, and that's fine. But the holy trinity of high-profit niches and what actually makes tons of money on YouTube are these 3. Number 1, videos that are over 25 minutes long. First of all, YouTube is going to promote you more. They want people longer on the platform. Number 2, you can put more ads so you can make more money per 1,000 views. Number 2, you want to attract a Western audience, whether that's Australia or America, just not the UK, mainly because the UK government is now censoring YouTube for Brits. So if you are targeting British people, they're most likely not going to see your videos because their government doesn't allow them to do that. There's a big controversy and fight with YouTube and the UK government now. So we're going to stick to Australians and Americans. And number 3, you want to attract an audience that has at least 40 years or more. So older audience technically is smart, usually smarter, and has more money to spend. If you attract teenagers, they are less likely to give tons of money to advertisers, so they don't spend much money, but also you can't sell anything to them for the most part. Now, some of the examples of that are these sort of videos that don't need lots of views to make lots of money. For example, the one that got 400,000 views in the middle, I would assume they made at least 4 or 5 grand from this one single video. They attract an audience that is older from America, and the audience also watches a 27-minute video, so they're going to see multiple ads. So first of all, let's go over the format that's blowing up right now. And by the way, this might change. That's why I keep posting these sort of videos, because the format that works right now in 6 months may not work. Maybe there's going to be something completely different, but in my heart, I believe this format is going to prevail because of the psychology behind why it works. And these are the simple AI animation educational videos. The reason I think this is always going to stay here is because of the plain reason why it even works in the first place, and that's the simplicity. Like, I've seen these sort of videos 15 years ago. People were making like very simple style of animation and they were blowing up because it's really easy for a human brain to understand and digest what's going on. It's easy, it's simple to follow, and now most people are just making these sort of videos about animals or about prehistoric humans, and for some reason everyone is copying each other in the same niche, and for some people it does work, but for most of them it doesn't. Most people that get into these niches, they don't get results. But the format, the psychology behind the format is very smart. So we're gonna apply that format, but to different niches, and I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to do that. And just one more thing I want to say before we get into the step-by-step tutorial on how to use Claude, and I give them my prompts so you can copy and paste them. Do not post YouTube Shorts ever. Shorts are a waste of time. Shorts only pay a few cents per 1,000 views compared to long form, where you can sometimes make 20 bucks per 1,000 views. And secondly, you cannot sell anything on Shorts because you cannot put anything in the description. There's no links on Shorts. And also the quality of that audience is very low. I mean, those are people sitting on their toilet scrolling Shorts to just pass their time. So you're not really going to build anything sustainable. I mean, I really get pissed when I see something like this. I saw this guy on YouTube Shorts. So he says he's gonna delete this in 24 hours. This was literally posted 3 days ago, still not deleted. And then at the end, he shows his proof. If you know anything about YouTube, you know that's not how YouTube looks. Those are not the colors they use. He probably just asked ChatGPT to generate an image of YouTube dashboard that it's really poor quality. He got millions of views on this. So please don't listen to most of this advice, and especially do not post YouTube Shorts. All right, now let's start with step number 1. We're gonna head over to Claude, and this is one of the prompts that I use. We're essentially asking Claude to give us topics that would attract an audience that would watch longer videos, that would attract an audience that is from US, not the UK, Canada, Australia, or similar, and the core audience is aged 40 or older. Now, I'm gonna tell you in a second where to get these prompts for free. I'm just gonna let Claude do the work for now. Most of these prompts are inside of my free community. Just go to the classroom and you're gonna go to AI systems. You're gonna find a bunch of free resources that are left there. Here, we're gonna add this prompt, Holy Trinity prompt. So you're gonna find it right over here. Gonna put it up for you. And now Claude is gonna give us some ideas and then we can choose something. I really like the vintage watch collecting. Like, obviously anything vintage is gonna attract an older audience than watch collecting. I don't think a teenager is gonna do that or have money for something like that. So this is a really good one. There are some other options. I would stay away from World War II history videos and channels because they are really saturated and it will probably not work. Forgotten American manufacturing and industrial history might work, but I think it's like half saturated. I'm not quite sure about this one. But for this example, I'm just gonna go with vintage watch collecting. And by the way, if you didn't get any ideas from this, either use your own brain and come up with something, or just keep asking Claude for more, give me more. Give me something that an audience from Florida, like a 60-year-old dude from Florida, would be interested in. What are the hobbies that people in rich states would have? And then you can just take that as a subject. We're not just looking for a rough subject, we're not looking for an entire niche. Number two, now just find any big YouTube channel to take inspiration from. Literally just go to YouTube and find a channel that is already getting tons of views. I mean, if you're in my community, I have over 1,000 channels here making between $5,000 and $50,000 a month, and I can just grab something from here. For example, this channel that started 2 months ago, I can just copy their YouTube channel link. Now the tool I use for this is Solo AI, but I'm also going to show you an alternative if you don't want to use it. Inside of Solo, there is this video title remix where I can just paste a link to the YouTube channel, explain my niche, this is copy pasted from Claude, and just click generate. And then it just gives me the best title idea that I can go with, and then some other similar title variations based on what has worked for them. So it extracts these title skeletons, and then it tells me what I could make videos about. Now the alternative to that is to just go to Claude, take a screenshot of that YouTube channel, and then ask it to extract title skeletons from the most popular videos, and then just apply them to your niche, and then just only change 1 or 3 words and keep the same title framework. So it pretty much does a very similar job. And then you can just pick one of these ideas. For inspiration, Solo also allows me to see how much money other channels are making. So like I can just paste this channel's link and click estimated revenue, and then it's gonna show me how much they make from ads based on their RPM and views. All right, for the next step, we are gonna need to do some research with Claude, so we're not sharing generic stuff that no one wants to hear and that YouTube algorithm will not promote. So if you're bringing nothing new to the table, the YouTube algorithm has no reason to promote your videos to a wider audience. And so what you can simply do is you can use this prompt and you can paste it into Claude alongside with the title that you chose. So we're essentially asking Claude for lesser known facts and obscure details and surprising insights. So something new that our audience is going to learn from this video, because that's one of the main reasons why we will get views in the first place. All right, for the next step, we need to make the video feel new. We need to share something that's obscure, that's new, that's interesting, to give the reason to the YouTube algorithm to even promote our videos in the first place. And we're going to use this prompt. You can just head over to Claude, paste that prompt alongside with the title that you chose earlier, and now you're letting Claude do the research for you. Because if you're not bringing anything new to the table, the YouTube algorithm has no incentive to push your videos to the front if you're just sharing the same stuff as everyone else. So we're now gonna let Claude do the research so we can share something that's not generic, because 99% of people just think they can just go to some magic AI tool, press one button, and it's gonna spit out some cool thing that people are gonna watch. They're not gonna do that. So we actually have to do a little bit of manual work here with AI, which is much faster than it used to be in the past. Like in the past, me and my team used to do this manually, research things that we can bake into our scripts to share something that's new, but now we're just letting Claude do it. All right, for the next step, we need to write the YouTube script. And there are 3 different ways to do this. The first one is to use Claude. And you will really need to understand curiosity gaps and open loops and how to make sure that people do not get every question answered until the end of the video, because that's going to incentivize them to comment and come back and think about a video, etc. There are so many nitty-gritty details like hooks and all the other stuff that you have to know about in order to write a really high-quality script. But if you do have some strong prompts, you can do that with Claude for the most part. Now, there is also the other option, and that is to just pay someone that is a professional YouTube script writer to do that for you. A 1,000 word script, which is only 5 minutes, so it's not really useful. It's gonna be $175, but an actual 10 to 15 minute long script is gonna be $250 per YouTube video, which is honestly very expensive. So what I personally do is I do use Solo Scriptwriter because it has these frameworks integrated. You can just select which ones you want into your script, integrate it into the script, and it also has a database of hooks that work across niches right now, and you can just add that with one press of a button to your script. So you literally just have to describe what your video is about, then paste your title in this box, and it asks you for details This is where you can either add some PDF guides or YouTube videos that already speak about this subject, and perhaps multiple YouTube videos so that it pulls data from other things. I'm just going to copy these 10 obscure facts and I'm going to add them as a text note. But again, if I press here, I can just add YouTube links or PDF guides. And the more unique info that I give it, the more unique my script is going to be, because we're pulling sources from different places. And when it asks me for a style of writing, I can leave this blank, or if I want to model someone else's style of writing that is already proven to get results, I can just go to their YouTube channel, I can copy the link to that YouTube video, and then I can just paste it here, and it will model that style of writing for the most popular video on the channel. Now, if you are selling something, you can select that. If you're selling some PDF guides, it's going to optimize your script to promote that. If you're just focusing on ad revenue, then select ad revenue, maximizing my watch time. And then for these, I'm just going to leave it as it is by default. You can also maximize your intro by adding a thumbnail so it knows how to match the intro and the hook to your thumbnail, but I'm just going to leave it like this because I don't have the packaging yet. And then we can bump up the length of this to about 12 minutes for now, and I will just click on generate script and I will let Solo do it. The next really optional step is to create a PDF guide or a digital product that you can sell on your Faceless channel. This is what we're seeing more and more of. It's a really good way to maximize your revenue. Most of these channels actually make 3 to 5 times more money from PDF guides and digital products that they're selling than from ad revenue. If they make 10K from ads, they might be making 30K a month from digital products. And people are doing that in different niches. This is an AI avatar. This is not a real person. He's not from Japan. He is selling this for $26. Here's another person right here selling a digital product in their bio. Let's see for how much. If we go down, $20. Here's another person. Also, this is not an Amish person. This is an AI avatar, and he's selling tons of digital products, not even just one. $47 for this PDF guide. And inside Solo, there's this digital product builder where you can either manually describe your niche and select the buyer type and then just insert how much you want to charge for the PDF guide, and it kind of builds it for you. Or you can also select auto, which is even easier, where you can just describe your niche. If you have your YouTube channel, you will paste the link here and it will analyze your comments, your content, and your niche, and based on that will build a perfect digital product you can sell directly to that audience right away for maximum conversion. Now, since I don't have the channel yet, I will literally just search for my niche and I will find the best possible channels that make the sort of content that I want to get into, paste their channel link, and just click build it for me. And then again, Solo will analyze their comments and their videos, and based on their stuff, will build a product that I can sell on my channel. Here I've built a bunch of different things, including PDF guides for GTA 6, which is a big trend that's coming up November 19th, so I'm really preparing for this one. A lot of different stuff that I've been building with this digital product builder. But yeah, quite frankly, that is an optional step. If you want to simplify the process, then you just follow our revenue route and that's it. You are going to miss out on probably 3xing your revenue, but if you just want to keep it simple, you don't have to build any PDF guides. Next thing that we need are visuals that are going to show up in the video. And the simplicity of this format that's blowing up right now is exactly what we're going to take advantage of. These very simple AI animation slideshow videos in different styles of animation. It doesn't have to be just this flat hand-drawn style, but you see there is no movement. It's actually just images stacked one by another, and then there's a voiceover in the background. It's really easy and engaging for a viewer, and it's simple for the eye to follow what's going on. That's why these sort of videos get millions of views. Like, you got 7 million views on a brand new channel. He just started 2 months ago and is blowing up right now. And I mean, a lot of other people are using that exact same style as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to copy this script. There's 2 different ways to do it. If you are inside of Solo, the fastest and cheapest option is to just go into the scene generator right here. And you just have to paste your script in this box. On the right side, select how many scenes you want and just select which style you want. If you're making GTA 6 videos, by the way, you can just select that style. If you want the hand-drawn sketch like the other one, do that. Or if you want the stickman style, there's a simple one here. Personally, I do really like the cinematic 2D animation, but for this example, I'm just gonna go with the stickman style. And then we just click generate bulk scenes. And then you just get all these scenes generated for you. This is in the cinematic 2D animation style. I wanted to have a couple of them to show you as an example. And you can then just download them with one press of a button. And then in the hand-drawn sketch style, this is what I got. So I can just download this, and I actually prefer this style. It's a lot more simple, and I think it's really easy to follow through. The coolest thing about this is that when you download these images, they're marked as scene 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're marked in order, so all you have to do is drag and drop them into your video editing software, and you don't have to find out which one goes where. Next up, we're gonna need a voiceover, and this part I actually do recommend you use your own voice. Not because you cannot monetize AI voices, you absolutely can. All my channels use AI voices, but if you use your own voice, if you have the time to do that, hey, number one, it's free, but number two, you're really gonna stand out in the sea of these studio professional AI voices and everyone using high quality voices. You are now just recording it perhaps on your laptop's microphone, and maybe you have an accent or you're not a native English speaker. That's awesome. That's really cool, because again, it's gonna stand out, and trust me, it will work a lot better than generic AI voices. There's also the free online voice recorder where you can do that. Just press here and just read your script, and that's it. And now, if you don't want to record your own voice, there is also the AI Voice Studio inside of Solo. You can just click on the voiceover, and there's gonna be 9,500 different voices to choose from. First of all, you can choose it in any language you want, and then just choose whichever one you prefer. You can also mark if there is something that you really like a voice that you are passionate about, just press favorite and it's saved, and now you can just use it. All you gotta do is paste your script and generate the voiceover. You can then put everything together inside of CapCut, which is a free video editing software. To be fair, I do think that right now I pay about $5 for it, so $5 a month, but I'm pretty sure you can use it for free for a very long time. You just upload your scenes, then just upload your voiceover, and then listen to the voiceover and just match the scenes, like literally just make them shorter or longer depending on the voice. And then when you're done putting it all together, just click share and export. There's also the thumbnail maker inside of Solo. For example, I made this thumbnail with it. I really like it. I mean, you can literally just paste a link from YouTube of any thumbnail that you like and just tell it to what you want changed, and it will change it for you. For example, I just grabbed this YouTube thumbnail link, and then I just asked Solo to replace this crocodile, it was a crocodile, with a vintage watch, and then it just did that, and it also changed the text for me. Now, if you're not getting views and you've been posting, you can now go to the YouTube Performance Analyzer, where you can just paste a link to your YouTube video, click collect, and then right here, you can either manually enter metrics, or obviously what's far easier, just take a screenshot of your metrics, overview, then also the reach, so it knows the click-through rate, engagement, and the retention graph at the bottom. So you need 4 different screenshots. And when you upload them right here, and you click extract metrics and you generate a diagnosis, it's gonna tell you exactly why you didn't get the views. So it's gonna tell you exactly what's going on. It's also gonna recommend new titles based on that, new thumbnail fixes based on your click-through rate. It's gonna tell you how much potential revenue you've missed by not making these changes. And at the bottom, it's gonna tell you exactly what to do next. It's literally gonna give you a checklist that you go through, you tick the boxes, and then once you finish all 4, now you're maximizing your views. And now you can start a new analysis for the next video as well. Now, why on earth am I sharing this? Because I run a venture capital that invests in YouTube channels that make at least $5,000 a month. So if you are making $5,000 a month right now from your Faceless channel, go to eyeball.vc and you can apply for funding. So we're gonna invest or buy your YouTube channel. If you are not making $5,000 a month yet, then that's why I made this free tutorial. You're also gonna find a bunch of other free resources in my free community that has 100,000 members. Just go to the classroom. I have a bunch of free courses, free stuff right there until you get to 5K a month, and then go to eyeball.vc and apply for funding or sell that channel to me. Now, some advanced strategies, something that I found out to work incredibly well in my channels is adding chapters. So if you just go to your description and you add chapters or timestamps, it really helps with the retention. So a lot of people, especially if it's a longer video, like 20 minutes plus, they might leave. And if you don't have chapters, it's gonna be really hard for them to get back into where they even were. And when you have chapters, it's much easier. Secondly, you're gonna rank sometimes specifically for chapters, like if there's a chapter name that is like how to make a YouTube thumbnail, and that's only the last 2 minutes of my video, I might actually start ranking on YouTube or on Google for that specific chapter only, and when they click on the Google search, they will just be taken to that chapter, and that's really cool. So you're just gonna get more traffic, and all you have to do when you upload is just go to your description and just timestamp where things are, just in this order like this, and that's pretty much it. Number two, I found that listicles work very well. So when you have a specific number in your title or thumbnail, it feels like people are gonna get something tangible, and this applies across niches. I mean, the most popular videos on this channel are all listicles, 25 something, 25, 30 something, 30 something, etc. So it feels like I'm gonna get something really tangible out of this. And number three, probably the best tip, go to channels in your niche or channels that make similar content to what you want to make, and go to the most popular videos, go to the comments, copy all of them, put them into Claude, and just ask it questions about this audience. What do they like? What do they don't like? What would they like to see? What would they like to be included or not included next time? And then just apply that advice to your videos. This is really, really cool. You can do this with your competitors now because it's so easy. You just copy the comments and you do it. Again, if you are making $5,000 a month, you can sell me your channel at iwill.vc. If you are not making 5K yet, go to my free community and try and get there as fast as you can, because it's never been easier to do YouTube, but it's still not gonna be easy, especially if you're just starting out. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I know people call this YouTube automation, but as you saw, nothing is really fully automated. Do not fall for N8N automations or like, hey, I'm gonna use Claude code to just pump out slop. That's never gonna work. You are gonna get banned or shadow banned or demonetized, or you're just not gonna get views. So just do not fall for it. Use AI as your friend, as a tool that speeds up the process and allows you to create higher quality content, but do not use it to fully replace everything and you just press a button and it just pumps out content. It's not gonna work like that ever. Don't fall for the tools that promise you can just enter a prompt and it's gonna create everything for you and you're just gonna magically post it and it's magically gonna get millions of views and you're gonna get rich doing nothing. That's not how this works. This is a business like any other, but hell, this is the best business, as you don't necessarily have to sell any products. There are no clients. There is a potential to build a real asset that provides passive income, because videos will continue getting views if you do it correctly for a long, long time. And the more videos you do post, essentially the more properties, the more digital real estate you own. Every single video is a piece of digital real estate that just keeps compounding over months, over years. So go out there, start building yours, and I will see you next time. Peace.